the Webcast for Thursday, November 7th. I'm South Ops meteorologist Jonathan O'Brien. Visible satellite this morning shows that the high clouds from yesterday have departed, and we are left with completely sunny skies across the region, which should remain in place throughout the day. The only feature of note this morning is the plume of smoke visible in Ventura County and drifting offshore, that of course being associated with the mountain fire, which started and grew rapidly yesterday, fueled by strong Santa Ana winds. And those Santa Ana winds continue across Southern California this morning. Here's a look at the current wind observations. The wind gust values are shown in red, and I filtered out all the stations gusting less than 20 miles per hour. So you can see we still have widespread Santa Ana winds, but they are quite a bit weaker than this time yesterday morning, mainly in the range of 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts of 40 to 45 miles per hour. A look at the relative humidity at these stations shows it remains very dry, and as expected, humidity recoveries last night were poor to near non-existent in the windy areas. Already this morning we have RH values of 10 to 20%, and those will drop mainly into the single digits by this afternoon. However, we are drawing closer to the end of this event. Winds will likely continue at or around their current strength through the midday hours today. But by later this afternoon, we'll see a pronounced drop-off in winds with gusts mainly 40 miles per hour or less by late in the day. Nonetheless, it will remain breezy and very dry. Temperatures today will be similar to yesterday, if anything potentially a couple degrees cooler due to the weakening offshore flow, but still mainly in the 70s for the coasts and coastal valleys, with much colder air across the far interior. Red flag warnings remain in effect for portions of Southern California. These warnings extend throughout the day today and in some cases through Friday morning. Critical fire weather conditions will continue in the red flag areas. But we will see much greater change tomorrow. There will still be some lingering light offshore flow, mainly in the mountains during the morning hours, but winds will become light as the day goes on and will even start to turn back onshore towards the coast. Nonetheless, Friday will be another very dry day with minimum RH values still mainly in the upper single digits and teens. We continue to track a much quieter weather pattern by this weekend and into next week. The pattern becomes more progressive with an alternating series of weak and fast-moving troughs and ridges passing through from Saturday through Tuesday. There is still not much in the way of significant rain forecast. A weather system Monday night and early Tuesday will bring rain and snow off to our north, but once again it does not seem like we'll be able to get much, if any, precipitation into Southern California. However, one benefit we will enjoy is continued near to below normal temperatures and also higher RH this weekend and into early next week, thanks to a more onshore flow regime and the likely return of the marine layer. We'll have to keep an eye on some potential for north or northeast winds by the middle of next week as one of those troughs moves away, but right now that doesn't look anywhere near as significant as the winds from this week. Our dead fuel moistures continue to fall rapidly thanks to the ongoing winds. We'll likely see them bottom out in the next couple of days, then begin to creep back up early next week as RH increases. But needless to say, fuels today and tomorrow will remain highly receptive. Also wanted to show the burning index for our South Coast PSA, and just look at what a massive spike we had yesterday, which will carry over into today. In fact, the BIs spiked even more than forecast, breaking above the 97th percentile and into record territory for the PSA. Similar conditions will be observed today before the BIs start to fall rapidly with the lighter winds. So with the windy and dry conditions continuing, we are again forecasting a high risk for new large fire starts today, and certainly continued active to extreme burning conditions on the mountain fire as well. By Friday, the risk will drop quite a bit, but conditions will remain at or near elevated levels due to the lingering extremely dry conditions. We'll get back into a much lower risk pattern this weekend thanks to the higher RH. So in the meantime, continue to stay safe out there as conditions do remain very volatile today. That's it for today's webcast. Thanks for joining us. The next one will be on Friday, November 8th.